What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here now watching this video. I dearly appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now we're gonna be reacting to NBA YoungBoy. Just got a bail for $100,000, man. That's insane. Pretty sure we all know bro was cooked. You get what I mean? Like this is like his, I don't even know, 100th time going to jail or something like that, and it seemed like he was actually cooked this time. You get what I mean? Pretty sure he was facing 73 charges, then they dropped to like 63, which isn't much better. You get what I mean? Like, you're still cooked. You get what I mean? So a lot of people thought bro was actually cooked this time. He's never getting out, but you know, a miracle happened, let's just say that, and you know, they gave him a bail of $100,000, man, which is really low if you really think about it. Maybe not for most people, of course, but for NBA YoungBoy, a rapper with millions of dollars, pretty sure he signed a deal for like 80 million or something, so he definitely has a lot of money in his bank account. And I'm pretty sure he gave Quando Rondo like 10 million. So you guys pretty much get the idea, man. That's a really low bail for a person like NBA YoungBoy, man. But it's not gonna be too hard to pay, if you get what I mean. But overall, bro, seems like he got out. He's a free guy now, and you know, he's not cooked anymore. So without further ado, enough with the yapping. Let's just play the video, see what it's talking about, then I'll share the rest of my opinion at the very end of the video.
So NBA YoungBoy is the Houdini of the modern day judicial system. It don't matter what this boy do. He could shoot somebody. He could smack somebody. He could run from the police in a high-speed chase. It don't matter what he does. This man is Houdini when it comes to the court system. Either this man is directly working with the feds, or he got the world's greatest attorneys representing him. One of the two. Because as I'm sure y'all are aware, I made a video last week covering NBA YoungBoy being arrested on new charges, 63 of them to be exact, and it wasn't looking good for YoungBoy because he was on house arrest pending federal gun charges already when he was arrested for this. And when I seen the news, I said, ain't no way YoungBoy is coming home. I'm talking about, we gotta look at his previous history. If y'all remember correctly, in 2015, he was arrested for the first time on robbery charges. He was only 15 at the time. Then he was arrested again in 2016 on attempted homicide charges. Then he was arrested again in 2018 for, well, literally everything. We talking about fugitive warrant charges, weapons possession, kidnapping, assault. And this was after he allegedly smacked this girl in the hallway of a hotel. Then in 2019, there was an attempt made on his life. Now, he wasn't hit, but his girlfriend at the time, Kaylin Marie Long, was shot. Now, during this, YoungBoy's bodyguard let off a couple shots, you know, exchanged bullets with the attacker. And this resulted in a 5-year-old getting hit. Now, the 5-year-old survived, but nonetheless, he was hit. And the dude who was attacking him, 43-year-old Muhammad Roddy, actually died because of this. Now, he wasn't charged with nothing because of this, but he did serve 3 months behind bars. Then in 2020, he was arrested on drug and weapon charges. Then in 2021, he was hit with more federal firearm and drug charges. Then in 2024, and this is the one we was talking about last week, he was hit with drug charges, identity fraud, forgery, possession of a dangerous weapon, possession of controlled substances. I'm talking about the whole nine. So when the news came out, I said, ain't no way YoungBoy is gonna walk away from this. They definitely gonna hold him, right? Nah, wrong. Because this morning news broke that YoungBoy is gonna be released on a $100,000 bond. And I ain't gonna lie, my mind was blown. I was sitting here thinking to myself, damn, what do you got to do to actually be put in jail? Because I feel like I know people done been incarcerated for nothing. I'm talking about sitting months at a time waiting on nothing. And this man right here could catch a body, shoot the body into space, bring it back down, throw it in the dirt, dig it back up, throw it back in the dirt. And bro, I feel like they would do nothing to this dude. Like, I'm not really hating. Like, I don't want YoungBoy to be locked up, but it does make me think to myself, like, how is this not a failure in the justice system? Because let me bring y'all back to the news clip of him getting arrested so y'all can remember the severity of the crimes he was just charged with.
Hey, Brian Schnee, KUTV2 News. NBA YoungBoy, known as Kentrell Galden, who has been under house arrest here in Utah and Weber County, pending federal trial. He was actually arrested here in Utah by the Cache County Sheriff's Office yesterday, suspected of running a large-scale prescription fraud ring. He's been charged with 63 counts, among them a slew of felony charges. The prescription of choice here, promethazine with codeine. It's a cough syrup described as a heavily abused Schedule 5 controlled substance. Police have been investigating this dating back to September of 2023. Someone would call in a prescription, call it in under a fake name or a physician who didn't authorize it. They would try to go pick it up then. At one point, one of the people working for YoungBoy actually drove to pick up a prescription in his Chevy Tahoe that you can see in some of the music videos. He denied involvement in the ring when he was arrested, and law enforcement searched his home. They found prescriptions matching some of those fake names. He's in jail without bail.
New information tonight after singer and rapper NBA YoungBoy faces dozens of charges.
As we have reported, Mark, that he was taken into custody in Cache County, accused of organizing fraudulent drug prescriptions at Utah pharmacies, legally known as Kentrell Galden. He's been on house arrest in Utah since 2021. Ariel Harrison live tonight after speaking with one of those targeted businesses. Ariel.
Yeah, well, one pharmacist I spoke with said they thankfully didn't fulfill that order as they noticed some red flags. But unfortunately, others weren't so lucky. Now tonight, the young celebrity who already had a criminal history now faces more than 60 related charges to this alleged scheme. Pharmacy owner Eric Stewart says hearing news of an arrest in the fraud ring investigation involving his business was a relief.
I'm just happy that they're able to connect the dots.
Last September, Stewart says his team at Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram got a call from someone claiming to be a doctor needing to fill a prescription, something he called the first red flag.
Usually don't get a doctor calling in a cough syrup themselves. That'll be like a nurse or something. But then just their medical terminology was off, the quantities, the way they pronounce the things. Everything was suspicious.
Like Stewart's case, arrest documents reveal multiple other pharmacies across Utah were targeted too. According to investigators, callers linked to YoungBoy would call in prescriptions using the name of a real doctor in Provo in some cases, but giving fake patient information. Individuals would then pick up the order from pharmacies, mainly promethazine and codeine. Weber County Sheriff's teams helped take Galden into custody with federal partners just yesterday.
We believe this to be several more months of work for us.
Now the 24-year-old rapper is booked at the Cache County Jail, facing 63 different charges related to this, including having a dangerous weapon as a restricted person.
Right, so like I said, this ain't no little petty stuff we talking about. These charges that he was hit with are big boy charges. The type of charges that you go do 60 years over if you get convicted for. Now let's take a look at what the news article that was just put out regarding his bond is, because a couple things have changed since the last video. Now this article says Utah judge sets bond for NBA YoungBoy on prescription drug fraud charges. Louisiana seeks his return. It says Baton Rouge rapper NBA YoungBoy waived his preliminary hearing in a Utah courtroom Thursday morning. So that's this morning, agreeing to let a prescription drug fraud case against him go forward. A judge set bail at $100,000 and scheduled an arraignment for July the 1st. The rapper, whose real name is Kentrell Galden, was still being held after the court appearance. He's accused of posing as a doctor to do various pharmacies into selling him codeine, cough suppressant that is often abused. Then it says the federal court in Louisiana wants the rapper returned to Louisiana if the Utah court frees him pending proceedings there. Galden, 24 years old, was being allowed to live and record in Utah while awaiting his federal trial. After the Utah charges were announced last month, Louisiana federal prosecutors asked the judge to void his house arrest. Initially, YoungBoy faced 63 counts, but the docket has been reduced to a list of 48 charges alleging identity fraud, forgery, and obtaining or attempting to obtain prescription drugs illegally. In Louisiana, YoungBoy is accused of illegally possessing a gun as a convicted felon and of possessing an unregistered firearm. He's pleaded not guilty in that case. The rapper has previously been convicted of assault after the 2016 shooting, which we went over a little bit earlier, right? So YoungBoy has had all of these charges, 48 of them. while he's pending federal firearm charges in Louisiana. He's been on house arrest for years at this point, pending trial for that. The only reason he ain't been to trial is because they're waiting on a Supreme Court ruling right now that could determine if felons actually do have the right to bear arms. Because the Supreme Court is ruling on a case that has to do with that, it could impact YoungBoy's case, so he hasn't been tried in Louisiana. Instead, he's been on house arrest. But then he gets hit with these 48 charges. He's been locked up for about a week now, and now he's gonna get out on $100,000 bond. Now, either YoungBoy is the luckiest person in the world, or he has the best legal team in the world, or he's just a federal agent. Like, something is going on deeper here than what we're seeing, because I know people that have been hit with traffic tickets, not paid the traffic tickets, and went to jail longer than this dude just went to jail. Keep in mind, this is after all of his previous run-ins with the law. Now, I do want to clarify that nowhere in the article did it say that YoungBoy is cooperating or anything like that. In fact, it says that the reason he got bond is because he waived his right to a preliminary hearing. Because of that, he's going to get $100,000 bond on this. Now, whether his bond is going to be a cash bond or not, who knows? I know some people say all you need is 10%, but I mean, some bonds are, cash only. Like, you need to have the whole thing to get out. But either way, just the thought of, this dude who's been on house arrest, federal house arrest this entire time, after all of his previous violent run-ins with the law. We not talking about just regular run-ins like getting pulled over. We talking about run-ins with the police because he's being a violent individual. With all of that taken into account, the fact that they're going to re-release him is just mind-blowing to me, bro. And what it really boils down to is money. YoungBoy got the money to fight it. YoungBoy got the money to pay bail. He got the money to give the government. So at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. But personally, I feel like it's got to be more than money. Like, I'm telling y'all, if y'all been anywhere near the streets at any point in your life, anybody been involved in the streets, people go to jail, stay in jail longer than this, and get higher bonds too, like, than YoungBoy got in this case. And it's just a little odd to me. However, it doesn't really necessarily mean that he's gonna be free. Right? He's got a bond, but we seen it said Louisiana wants him shipped back to Louisiana. I don't know if that means he's gonna be shipped back to Louisiana. I don't know if the previous order still stands and he just goes back to house arrest like everything is normal. I'm not an attorney, so I don't really know how that's gonna work out for him. But at this point, what we do know is he has been granted a bond on these 48 separate charges that he just caught last week. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always.
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and overall subscribe for more content, man. But overall, this is crazy, man. But one thing I do want to point out is that, I did make an error. I said 73 charges dropped to 63 charges when that wasn't the case. It was originally 63 charges, then it dropped to 48 charges. So I apologize for that, man. But that's insane, man. 63 charges, bro was cooked. Whether it dropped to 48 charges or not, bro, he was still cooked. You get what I mean? At least that's what we all thought. But overall, I am aware that, the cops did do some dirty stuff in order to arrest NBA YoungBoy. They did some dirty stuff, man. But I'm not going to dig too deep into that. That's a separate thing. But you guys pretty much get the idea, man. For a person like NBA YoungBoy, 100K isn't anything. Especially to get out of prison, bro. That's worth it, man. But you would expect the bail to be a lot more, bro. But that's crazy. And I think he was only in jail for like 3 weeks or a month. I don't even know, bro. Like, that's crazy, man. But overall, let me know what you guys think. I don't have too much to say on this situation, but looks like NBA YoungBoy is now a free man. Well, he's not really free because he's still on house arrest. Pretty sure he's still on house arrest, so yeah, he's locked up inside of a house. But you guys pretty much get the idea, man. He's not in a cell anymore. But let me know what you guys think and subscribe for more content. Peace out.